So how do you handle bullying? Thoughts?
Make the person that's being bullied, make them aware that this is happening to them.
So the person who's being bullied, let
Yes.
that person know that you are being bullied.
Yes.
And
It's, you know,
Education.
try to
That's
stand
not
up for
acceptable.
Try to
Mhm.
stand up for yourself.
Okay, so you're thinking right now, dealing with the victim,
Yes.
okay?
What about just educating children so that they understand how to identify it?
Identify and talk
Yes,
to
and
each
talk,
other.
yes. Mhm.
Exactly, uh-huh.
How
So
to
we're talking about,
communicate.
what?
Teach them how to communicate.
Absolutely, teaching them how to
That
communicate.
it's not their fault.
Mm-hmm. That's right. But it's teaching not just the
Everyone.
bullied
It's
child, but
Yes.
the bully
Yeah.
in terms of how to communicate.
Mhm.
Because oftentimes what people say is just punish them.
No.
Punishment doesn't work. Zero tolerance doesn't work. You have to be able to intervene, you have to be able to prevent, you have to develop consequences. Consequences are important, but remediation is what we're looking for. Because if you don't teach somebody the right way of connecting and interacting, you're just gonna put a plug in it for the moment, and then when that plug comes out, the same behavior comes out. So if you want change, you have to educate. And educating means you really need to start with prevention. And the best way to start with prevention is really by helping children to become smart about their emotions and what to do with their emotions. And this is where we get into helping children, arming them with emotional intelligence. So what is emotional intelligence? We hear a lot about it about adults in terms of how powerful it is, how important it is, and how it is really helping adults become much more successful in their interactions with others, professionally, personally. But what about young children? Where does it fit in with young children? Because that's where these patterns of behavior begin. They begin from the littlest of our children. And these patterns develop and stay with them as they continue to grow and become older. So how do we help them from that age? And I'm talking about an age within the first 3, 4, 5 years of life. This is what we do at beginning school, is helping children to become emotionally and socially competent in terms of becoming smart in dealing with their emotions. Because emotions is our first language. It's universal. It's the first language we all speak. And also, emotions drive all our behavior. It is what is central and what connects us, and also it's central in our relationships. Recent research is talking about emotions having a direct link with emotions and learning. The more smart we are about our emotions, the better we're going to do in school. And this has been proven, and it's being shown today in terms of the power of being able to become smart about emotions. So why is it so important to do it when children are really young? I'm getting ahead of myself, but first let me just talk about what it is. It's becoming aware of one's emotions. What am I feeling? Am I feeling sad? Am I feeling happy? You know, when we're talking about little ones, they get excited or they get really angry, but they don't yet really know how to label what those emotions are. They feel the emotions, and they feel all emotions. And I think that's another thing that is really important for us to understand, is that young children feel the whole range of emotion. It's not just good things, or slightly they get a little bit kind of negative about something. They feel the entire range of real excitement to real rage and everything in between. And so we need to be able to begin to help our children begin to understand and label what these feelings are and what the differences are between being really excited and happy or being really mad or angry. And they need to learn this. So becoming aware of what we're feeling is first and foremost understanding the differences between our emotions, and also being able to manage the intensity of those emotions. Because when kids feel something strong, look at the temper tantrums. These are really strong. You know, that's not an act just for attention, these temper tantrums. Sometimes, you know, children begin to learn our buttons and know where to press certain things. But typically when a child really throws himself into a temper tantrum, these feelings have taken them over and they can't control it, and they need help in learning how to manage and control these intense emotions so they can problem solve, so they can work it through. When you're able to help children begin to learn these skills, you're helping children to really cultivate education, not only for their character, but also for moral development. And this is really important.